Okay, so stop what you're doing right now because this video might genuinely change how you think about investing in Indian power. We are talking about a company that is doing something no other listed Indian company has ever done before. It is building India's power grid. It is powering Indian railways and it has just opened one of India's first semiconductor chip facilities. Yes, you heard that right. Transformers and chips, grid equipment and semiconductors. This is not one story. This is 3 massive stories inside a single stock. So here is the teaser. 87 years old, zero debt, order book up 73% in 1 year, revenue growing 8 straight quarters, and a 7,600 crore semiconductor bet that could revalue this entire company. Let's get into it.
Alright, what does this company actually do? Simple answer, electricity infrastructure equipment. You know when India builds a new substation, this company's equipment is inside it. You know when an electric train runs on Indian railways, this company probably made the traction motor. The transformers that step down high voltage power before it enters your home, this company makes those too. They operate across 4 segments. Power systems, transformers, switchgear, substations, grid-level utility-scale infrastructure equipment. Industrial systems, motors, drives, traction systems for factories, railways, heavy industry. Automation, smart protection relays, energy management, digital grid solutions. And then there is the 4th one, semiconductors. One of India's first fully operational chip packaging and testing facility and the only one covering both traditional and advanced packaging under one roof. A 7,600 crore rupee investment. An industrial company entering semiconductors with zero debt? This combination does not come along very often.
Before we touch a single financial number, I need you to understand the macro backdrop. 5 massive tailwinds, all active simultaneously. Number 1, grid modernization. India's entire transmission and distribution infrastructure is being overhauled and every single upgrade needs transformers, switchgear and relays. This company makes all 3. Number 2, railway electrification. Indian Railways has committed to 100% electrification of the entire network, which requires traction motors and power supply equipment. This company is a key railways vendor, and the demand from this one client alone could sustain them for years. Number 3, renewables. India is adding solar and wind at a pace the grid was never designed to handle. Integrating all that variable power requires sophisticated protection relays, reactive power management, and smart substations. This company's core product lineup. Number 4, Make in India. Government policies actively favoring domestic manufacturers over importers. This company has been manufacturing in India for 87 years. Foreign competitors simply cannot replicate that overnight. Number 5, exports. Middle East 20% of revenue. Europe 15%. This is not an India-only story. This is a global electrical engineering company listed on the NSE.
Numbers time. And these numbers are genuinely impressive. Revenue. Q4 FY24, 2,192 crore. Q3 FY26, 3,175 crore. That is 44% growth in under 2 years. But it is not lumpy. It is not one great quarter followed by a bad one. 8 consecutive quarters of growth. Every single quarter up. The most recent quarter, Q3 FY26, revenue was up 25% year-on-year. Net profit 284 crore, up 18% year-on-year. 5-year revenue CAGR is north of 20% annually. For context, most large-cap Indian industrial companies grow at 10 to 15% per year. This company is growing at 20 plus, profitably, with zero debt and an expanding order book. And the semiconductor facility is generating essentially zero revenue right now. You are getting all of this growth before the chip business even starts contributing meaningfully. That semiconductor upside is a completely separate layer sitting on top of an already strong core business. Let's put this company through a full financial health check. EBITDA margin 14.5%. For an electrical equipment manufacturer, this is genuinely strong. It places them among the highest margin companies in their global peer group. ROC, return on capital employed 21%. That is exceptional capital efficiency. Debt to equity near zero, completely debt-free. In a world of elevated interest rates, this is a massive structural advantage. Their cost of capital is dramatically lower than leveraged competitors. 5-year revenue CAGR 25%. Consistent high growth maintained over half a decade. Now the uncomfortable truth. PE ratio approximately 115 times earnings. That is expensive by any measure. Here is the honest summary. Operationally, this is a near perfect business. But the semiconductor subsidiary is generating essentially zero revenue right now. Zero. The 7,600 crore chip facility has barely begun commercial operations. So the current PE of 115 times reflects only the core power and industrial business without any contribution from semiconductors. Once their plant scales to the target of 14.5 million chips per day by late 2026, the earnings profile of this company changes significantly. The PE might look a lot less scary from the other side of that ramp up.
Now let's talk management. Here is something most retail investors do not know about this company. 5 years ago, it was basically a disaster zone. The previous management had accounting irregularities, governance failures, massive undisclosed liabilities. The stock was collapsing. Then the Murugappa Group stepped in. Complete leadership overhaul. New systems, new culture, new accountability. And since 2020, the company has executed one of the most impressive corporate turnarounds in Indian history. Revenue doubled, debt eliminated entirely, margins expanded, investor confidence restored. Current chairman Velayyan Subbiah, well-regarded, experienced, clean track record. Now look at the 5 moves this management team has made. A 748 crore rupee greenfield switchgear plant. A QIP capital raise from top institutional investors in July 2025. A long-term railway supply deal with Kinet Solutions. And then the biggest one, committing 7,600 crore rupees to building a chip packaging facility. That single move signals that Murugappa Group is not managing this company for near-term earnings. They are building for a 10-year future. The directional change under Murugappa Group is unambiguous. This is a genuinely different company from what it was in 2019.
Let's zoom into the most important revenue engine of this business right now, power systems. This segment is approximately 52% of total revenue. Q3 FY26, power systems grew 44% year-on-year. Margin expansion was 378 basis points, meaning it is not just growing, it is becoming more profitable as it grows. Biggest client, Power Grid Corporation of India, PGCIL, India's largest power transmission utility. A landmark corporate order win validates both the technology and the execution capability. On exports, they announced a major international export order and the stock jumped over 7% in a single day. The market's reaction tells you how highly investors value global business wins here. Looking forward, the 748 crore rupees greenfield plant specifically targets MV and extra high voltage circuit breakers and gas insulated switchgear. This capacity addition sets up the next phase of growth in the segment. This company has opened India's first complete outsourced semiconductor assembly and test facility. OSAT stands for Outsourced Semiconductor Assembly and Test. In plain English, when a chip is manufactured, it comes out as a raw die. That die is useless on its own. It needs to be packaged into casing and then tested. OSAT companies do exactly that. Until they opened this plant in August 2025, India had zero full-service OSAT capability. Every chip package for Indian manufacturers had to be sent to Taiwan, South Korea, Malaysia or Thailand. That was a critical strategic vulnerability for India's semiconductor ambitions. This company just plugged it. Now the numbers. Total investment committed 7,600 crores. That is roughly USD $870 million across 2 facilities in Sanand, Gujarat. G1, the first plant, is already live and was inaugurated in August 2025. G2, the second plant, is under construction right now, expected completion end of 2026. The joint venture partners are world-class. Renesas, a Japanese semiconductor giant, is providing the core chip packaging technology. Stars Microelectronics from Thailand, 20 plus years of OSAT experience in legacy chip packages. We are talking about the industry leaders. And the government backing is substantial. This is a declared strategic national priority under India's semiconductor mission. Here is why this matters. This business is currently contributing essentially zero revenue. You are not paying for it in the current P. But by 2027, you could be looking at a completely different earnings profile for this company. The market is only now beginning to price this in. And if you are buying the stock today, you are getting this semiconductor optionality largely for free on top of the core business. This is not a side project. This is their biggest bet on the future of India.
Now the strengths. 87-year brand equity, Murugappa Group backing, completely debt-free, 21% ROC, and now being India's first full-service OSAT semiconductor operator. First mover advantage. Weaknesses. The 115 times PE is the elephant in the room. Commercial scale at GE2 is still being proven. EPS has missed analyst estimates recently, which at 115 times PE is a dangerous pattern. Opportunities. India's power infrastructure boom is a minimum 10-year story. Railway electrification gives locked-in multi-year demand. The GE2 plant at 14.5 million chips per day could become a significant standalone business by 2027 or 2028. Threats. Competition is serious. Hitachi Energy India returned 804% over 3 years versus approximately 157% for this company. Raw material costs are unpredictable. Semiconductor ramp-up delays are common.
Now, the name. The company is CG Power, market cap 1.3 lakh crore, founded 1937, originally as Crompton Greaves, renamed in 2017, acquired by Murugappa Group in 2020, and since that acquisition, completely transformed. Drop a comment right now if you had already guessed it, and if you did not, I hope this video showed you exactly why it deserved your full attention regardless of the name. If this video added value, hit like, subscribe and share it with someone tracking this sector. Comment below, did you guess it before the reveal, and which stock do you want the next deep dive on? See you in the next one.